Hi, I'm Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style. Now, I want to talk to you about going blonde and just how to choose the right blonde. So the first thing you need to know is whether you are warmer or cooler in your undertone of your skin before you actually start messing with hair colours. Now, if you've had a colour analysis, hopefully you already know. If you don't know, one of the things you can do when you get your hairdresser is compare a warmer light colour, such as this is a warm golden colour, versus a cooler ashier colour. So this is a very ashy blonde versus this is a very warm blonde. Now, if you compare the two of these, notice which one makes you want to look at my eyes and which one drags your attention away to the colour. So you'll see that this warmer colour actually, your eye goes to the colour, which means it would go to my hair, especially if it was in a large quantity, like covering my head. Versus here with this cooler colour, you don't notice it so much. So that's telling you that I have cooler colouring. So the last thing I want to do is go and dye my hair into one of these warmer sorts of blondes. Now, when we're looking at how dark they are, there's blondes start from about a 7 or 8, which is the darker end of the blonde spectrum, and go up to the 12s, which get lighter and lighter. Now, depending how much you're lightening your hair up, you may not be able to go super light. But if you are looking, then you'll be able to see that if you get your hairdresser samples, you'll be able to see which ones are more flattering. So the warmer colours aren't so good for me, but the cooler, more greyed out colours are better for me. And I could sit and play with these different colours until I found the kind of shade that I was really after. Now, the reality is my hairdresser is not going to use this exact shade. I might say to them, look, you know, that's too warm for me. I want something like this. This is what I want it to turn out like. So when it's, you know, covering my head. But they're not going to just dye it with this colour dye, because to turn my hair, which there you can see my roots there, which is dark but also going quite grey, is quite a complex process. So they need to mix a bunch of different colours together, and this is the skill of the hairdresser to get the effect. So I always say it's what you're looking for is this is the effect of the colour. This is what I want it to turn out like, not necessarily this is the dye I want to use. And this is why you can't necessarily go to the supermarket and just buy a box and it's going to turn out right, because actually the red pigments and the yellow pigments in my hair, though there's probably more red pigments than yellow in what is left of my brown hair, are going to become very warm and very orange in comparison. And in fact, if you look at the back of my head, you'll find that the underneath colour, where there's a lot more darkness left, is a much warmer colour than the top, where there's more of the blonde, where more of the white hair is what I've got naturally now. So it's really important when you're talking to the hairdresser, you're looking at colours, to look at them on your skin in good natural lighting to see which ones don't draw attention to the hair, because we don't want to look like we have a wig on. So you want to look for the colour that blends with your skin rather than really stands out from your skin, and that's going to help you find the best blonde colour.